Hi Pisces, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your August 2022 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, view, share, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is to look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. And then we'll pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Cosmic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel you can see a way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Three of Coins. So this is a Capricorn energy here. And it could just be saying that you were hoping to build something stable with this person in the past, but at the same time, you might have felt like you were the only one participating in that, right? So, on the one hand, maybe you didn't feel that their feelings were reciprocated, or at the very least, you might have felt like you were hoping to build into something more stable than they were, and maybe they were viewing it as more of a casual thing. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Princess of Swords, which is the equivalent to the Page of Swords, and Princess of Pentacles, the equivalent to the Page of Pentacles. So with these two page energies here, what I primarily get with this could just be saying that they might have had the desire deep down to build something more stable with you as well, but they might have felt like they just weren't able to. So let's just say a strictly financial example, since we see pentacles on both sides, right? Maybe they felt like you were making more money than them or something like that, right? So they felt like they couldn't contribute equally to the connection in that regard. So to cover up for that, they might have just made it seem like they weren't as interested as they really were. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Princess of Cups, which is the equivalent of the Page of Cups. So if we look at our body language there, our back is turned to the cards on this side, right? So I feel like this is saying you still have the feelings for them, but I feel like at this time you're not necessarily too open to expressing them, right? Maybe because, again, you might feel like they're not going to be reciprocated. All right, and present energy on their side, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So on the one hand, we saw the Three of Coins in the past on your side, and to see this come up in reverse in the present seems to say that they're still not really ready to build something more stable with you, but with the Seven of Pentacles coming up in reverse this time, if we just look at the artwork there, right, it looks like that would be a bit of a positive here, which is to say that if they were held back primarily because of financial issues, it looks like their finances are going to be improving in the present. All right, future energy on your side, we have balance. So this is the equivalent of the Temperance card in traditional tarot, which is actually Sagittarius energy. So yeah, this could just be saying that you guys do find that balance, right? Like I said, it looks like they had some financial issues primarily, and it looks like that situation is going to be improving for them. So that might help them feel like they can be more present within the connection. So you might just start to feel that energy, right? That once they're feeling like their issues out of the way, they're going to be able to give more to the connection. All right. Future energy on their side, we have the Death card, Scorpio energy, the Hermit, Virgo energy, Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, and Four of Cups, Cancer energy. So yeah, the Death card here, especially immediately followed up by the Hermit, to me says that this cycle they've been going through, right, where they've been just incessantly worrying about their money. I feel like this is saying that that's coming to an end for them, right, and they won't have to be as feeling as restricted around that area. And going through some healing there, but I feel like this is saying that they might still feel some level of disappointment, right? Like, okay, maybe still feeling like they're not fully as able to provide for the connection as you are, but I feel like at least this is saying that they'll be coming out of that cycle of just worrying like, okay, I can't show up for the connection, right? So you might still get an energy of them where they feel a little bit closed off somewhat, but I feel like you're going to see at least some improvement there. And given that we saw that Virgo energy there too, could just be saying that that might not happen until we get into Virgo season, so maybe toward the end of August or maybe even into September, depending. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the 10 of coins. So yeah, this is Virgo energy here, and represents your opposite sign too. So could just be saying that again, you guys have that desire for the stability, right? You're ready for it. Looks like you guys don't seem to have any financial issues as far as that goes, right? So if that, while that seems to be holding them back on this side, for you guys, it seems like that's not a problem, and you're just ready to build that long-term stable commitment. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the 2 of Wands. So, at least to me, this shows an indicator that they will shift out of the just worrying about things and actually starting to take action. So, looks like that's something that you could see kick into play soon. All right, and next we'll move on to the Oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from the Aqua Moonlight deck here. And I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording, but what I'm going to be looking for is unspoken messages from you to them and then from them to you. So initially I'll look for jumpers, and if I shuffle for a while without any coming up, I'll actually just put the deck down and we'll pull cards that way, but we'll see what we get. Alright, and this doesn't want to go back in the deck, and next we'll see what we get from them to you. Alright, and that doesn't want to go back in the deck, so let's see what we got on your side first. Okay, we have sadness. It says, I feel like I've lost you and I'm not coping well with it. So yeah, well, as far as the sadness energy goes, I could see that a little bit in the past and even in the present, where, like I said, it looks like you guys still have the feelings, but you don't necessarily feel comfortable with expressing them. But like I said, looking at the future position, it looks like you will shift out that energy. So just might have to be a little bit more patient with this person, and things should improve for them as we move through Virgo season. All right, and on their side, we have so much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? So yeah, interesting message there. So for some of you, this might have been a cycle that's gone on for quite some time, just because of the way that message comes across. You know, like this isn't, that doesn't make this seem like this is a connection you guys were just working on for the past few weeks, right? I feel like this might have been going on a little bit longer than that, but that's what I see with that. And if nothing else, at least that does show a desire, like I was saying, with the energies in the future looking like they're finally going to come out of that energy of just worrying like about not having enough and actually becoming more action oriented. So could be the same for the relationship itself in that regard too. All right, and last we will pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this deck as well. And here I'm just looking for one card though with general advice to wrap the reading up with. Alright, so nothing's coming up, so what I'm going to do is just put the deck down. And give me a few seconds to tune in and we'll just pull a card. Okay, we'll take this one. Let me get the deck out of the way. And let's see. Okay, you guys have time to go. And we'll focus. There we go. There's the artwork, and the number is 45. Okay, the relationship message says, it's over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost. Although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract, it is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there because we saw the unresolved message on their side where they were talking about so much has happened in the past. Can we work through it again, right? And with the energies here that I was seeing, to me it looked like they would finally be shifting gears and saying, like I said, as opposed to just constantly worrying, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, right? I feel like this is representative of them shifting into action. So I don't know, maybe for some of you with this energy in the present, if you do withdraw, that might actually to them appear like you've left the connection, right? And then that could be where that Four of Cups energy comes into play, which is to say that when they actually finally do lose you fully, right, that could be kind of what lights a fire under them. It's annoying that it comes to that sometimes with these types of connections, but it's certainly not the first time we've ever heard of that type of story, right? So that might be what it is for some of you guys, but like I said, either way, it looks like this would take until Virgo season more than likely to see some movement. So worst case, you could just see how the reading comes out for next month too. So I hope it resonated with you guys. Wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.